Hey guys, today I am doing this makeup look for you, which is a request from actually my husband. He said he thought I should do a dark elf. And if you know what this is a Drow or a Drow Ranger from Dungeons and Dragons. I've also never played the game, but I just did my best off of the reference image that I saw online. So let's get started. I started off by putting down a layer of gray paint all over my face and neck. I also go on my arm later, but I did that right before the videos was taken. So this is one of the Mehron Paradise paints, and it came in the Paradise AQ palette. So if you're looking to find this exact grayish blue, this is the one straight from the palette. Then I mixed it in with a little bit of white and put it on my chin, my upper cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, all those areas that should be highlighted. This would just be my base matte highlight shade before I put on the shimmer. Then I took some blues and purples, mixed them together, and for this entire makeup look for the shadows, I used this brush. This is the Sigma E40 Tapered Blending Brush. I like this because it gives you a really smoky, soft effect instead of very harsh, but you can still use the tip to your advantage so that you can get nice cut lines. So I contoured the sides of my nose with this. I also did this for my eyeshadow. I used it for my contour. I used it for everything. And these are the shadows from the Coastal Scents 252 palette. And in that palette, you get 252 eyeshadows for around like 20 bucks. So if you're looking for good makeup for costume makeup so that you can have a lot of different colors, that is a really good palette to start off with beginner makeup wise. No, I am not sponsored by Coastal Scents. I just really love the eyeshadows because they are super pigmented. You get a lot of color choices. And if you're really wanting something bang for your buck, in my opinion, best shadows that you can get to start off with. I also took some highlight shades, which was a silvery blue color out of that same Coastal Scents palette, and I ran it down the bridge of my nose. I also took that on my forehead right in the center in a V shape up the center. I'm highlighting the areas that you would typically highlight with beauty makeup, but I'm also highlighting, kind of doing my skin the same way that I would do it, but just in blue and purple tones. I also took some of that same highlight shade, which is a very silvery whitish blue, and I took it on the upper cheekbone portions. I also took it on my lower chin, my cupid's bow, and just any of the highlighted areas, so right over my brow bone, underneath my eyebrows, and in the inner corners of my eyeballs. Not my eyeballs, because ouch, but the inner corners of my eyes. You can see what I'm doing right now. In my opinion, highlighting and darkening and contouring, these are the steps that make the makeup look go from regular to intense and over the top, and that's what you want. If you're using this for cosplay or if you're using this for Halloween, those are the steps that are gonna really sell it as looking way more realistic, in my opinion. So highlighting and contouring and deepening and shading, those are the most important parts of the makeup look. The base color is simply that, it's just a base color. You can certainly do just the gray, but if you want to really kick it up a notch, I would definitely go in with your highlight shades and definitely deepen and darken and contour. And look at a reference photo. So if you don't know exactly what you should do, literally just copy the picture. And I'm of course looking off of a reference photo of a cartoon. She is a drawing, so it's a little harder. It's not actually hard at all. You just kind of imagine what she would look like if she were a real human, and that is exactly what I did. I then took a matte liquid liner. This is the NYC Liquid Liner. It's like $2 from the drugstore, and I just did a huge wing right over my entire eyelid. I still kept my crease visible so that you can see the dark deep blue color, but that's why I didn't really care too much about making sure that my lid was perfectly covered in blue earlier, because I knew I was going to be doing a thick black wing over the entire top of it. I also went in with that same NYC liquid liner and did a little point on the inner corner of my eyelid, sort of dragging it down into a cat-like shape. I ran a black gel pencil. This is the NYX Très Jolie gel pencil, and I ran it along my lower waterline, my lower lash line, my upper waterline, and then I smudged that all together with an angled brush. On that angled brush, I also had a little bit of black and some of the blue colors that I contoured with earlier, just to make the edges not perfectly flat and rough looking, but to kind of smoke everything together as if it were part of my skin. Then I took this color, same kind of colors I contoured with, but I also added some darker blues out of the palette with an angled liner brush, which this is the brush I typically use for my brows. It's the Zoeva wing liner brush. And I am drawing on my cheek shapes. And I basically just draw them on with the shadows and then fill them in lightly. They are not black, they are not super deep, and they are not super outlined from what I can see from the reference photo that I was using. So I tried to go exactly like what it had on the reference photo. I did that on both of my cheeks. I also took the same shadows and I did the line down the center of my mouth, just like the photo has, and all the way down my chin. Then I drew on my brows. In the photo that I see, this gal is a dark elf, so she's got really angry brows, and so I just drew above my natural eyebrow. You can block out your brows for a more realistic, better look. I didn't even think to do that beforehand, but it still looks good regardless, so I just drew the brows over the top of my natural brows, but it definitely would have looked better had I blocked out my brows. Then I just put some of those same shadows that I was using on my face on my lips, some dark purples, some shimmery colors, and really put the shimmery colors right in the center to look really pouty. Then I threw on some false lashes. I can't remember the lashes that I used for this look. I'm pretty sure they're the House of Lashes Starlet lashes because they're so intense and they look really good for any makeup look that you do. I threw on a white wig and I threw on some contact lenses. The contact lenses that I am using are from CAMO Eyes. I will put the link to their website plus my coupon code in the description of this video. Click that link if you're gonna do it because it'll save you money and it'll help me out. So if you want to, that's only if you want to. And these are the mesh, the white mesh contact lenses from that website. So if you plan on wanting to get the ones that I use, that's these. And you can see out of them roughly. You can't see completely, but I would say you can see about 60%. And the wig I just got from Amazon, and then I threw on a black cloak and a fully black outfit. And there you go. That is your Drow Ranger makeup look. I hope you guys like it. It was a really, really fun one to do. I really loved filming outside. It was amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am putting out Halloween videos all the time, so I have a ton of videos coming up for you, and I have a bunch that I've already done, so check out my Halloween playlist. Subscribe if you want to see them. Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploads. Also, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Periscope. You know the drill. They're all RawBeautyKristi. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. That's really fucking hard. Ow.
All right, no more of that.
Is that better?
Just yeah, just hold it. How about? Don't swing it. You're not a swordman, so it's gonna be obvious.
Fuck you.
All right.
Yeah.
Please don't fall and stab me. You sound like a witch too.
Not cool?